Good morning to you and welcome to Sunday. I've got a couple of things to tell you. First off, last night we were visited by a woodpecker. Oh, every time I got my camera out, he disappeared. But I was persistent and I got a couple of shots of him. So I hope he comes back. I really do. Also yesterday, do you remember I said that my engine light on my car had come on? Well, Mr. Warner went to investigate.
Lisa's little car's been running a little bit rough the last few days. I think it's missing, but I'm going to put my little code reader on it and see what it's come up with. So I always have one of these. They're like 15 quid. It's just a no-brainer. And basically you plug it in. There's a little plug-in thing down here. There it is. They're so cheap, and you go. There's no point in going to a garage. So it should turn the ignition on. So let's have a look. So there's one fault found. O2 sensor, heater circuits, bank 1, sensor 2.
He's gone to get some spark plugs or something for the car. So he's gone off to do that today. I've done some washing, got it out on the line. The sun has come out, but it is freezing out there. But I'm going to go and have a potter in the garden, plant some of my plants and my seeds and get cracking. My mum did say it was going to snow this afternoon, but I'm feeling optimistic.
Well, welcome to a sunny Sunday. I'm off in the van to go and pick some wood up for somebody, and also on the way back in Luton, I've reserved some spark plugs, air filter, oil filter for Mrs. Warner's car. Spark plugs are probably the originals from new, so because it's only done 19,000 miles, so I'll put some new spark plugs in it and see if that solves the problem that Mrs. Warner had yesterday. So this is the woodman over there. So I've got Mrs. Warner's bits from Euro Car Parts. Let's go and put these in the car and see if it makes any difference.
Right, my first mission is fill this bed up with some of that compost. Right, that's looking better. Right, so I've got Brussels sprouts at the back. I've got cabbages there, they're the ones that Miramar grew. Radishes that Miramar grew, and some onions, courtesy of Miramar too. Right, this is going to be my lettuce section. I've got 3 different types. I've just had a slight accident while sowing these. They basically went everywhere. Oops, same happened here. We'll just spread those around a bit. Should be enough for 1,000 lettuces there. Oh, it's so cold out there. It's freezing. Anyway, seeds are planted. Apart from that small hiccup with the lettuce where I dropped the seed packet and 1,000 seeds scattered everywhere, everything went to plan. I've come in. I'm going to warm up with a cup of coffee. Mr. Warner out there doing me engine.
Right, famous last words, this can't be too hard. I've done smart car spark plugs before. Here's the little engine, and basically the spark plugs, I must admit, they're a bit harder than the old one. Are these things here. So looking at the first one I've got out, it don't look too bad, but they put Denso. I mean, they're all right, but they're not the best plug in the world, so I'm refitting Bosch. So I've got first one out. The second one, basically they've got these pencil, they call them pencil coil packs, and let's get this one out. This one I've just unbolted, and basically you pull it out. That's basically a coil pack. So a lot of cars have HT leads, and the coil packs like one coil pack. These have individual coil packs, and then the plugs right down there. It's quite fiddly to get into. I'll get this one out and show you it. So there you go, that's the plug. I don't think they're very old, but don't look too bad. But now I've got them, we'll replace them. They're like 6 quid each, so it's no good. I've got to watch a YouTube channel how to get the air filter out. Well, that looks easy. Let's see it, put it in practice. That air filter, which is a bit fiddly to get out, but that is minging. If you have a look at that one, you can see how dirty it is. That is absolutely filthy. So well overdue a change. That must have been struggling to pull air through that. There's a nice new one in situ, and now I'm going to have to scrap with this thing to get it back on. Right, all back together. Let's see how it runs. I think that's a little bit smoother than it was. Lisa bought me this set for my birthday a few years ago, and it's got absolutely everything in it that I need. It's a Halfords Advanced set, and they guarantee all their tools for a lifetime. So I think it was just under a couple of £100, but anything breaks, they'll just swap it out. Obviously if you lose it, then that's your fault, but anything that breaks, they'll replace it. So I try and keep this all together and complete, so that I know that I've got everything to do the job. I've got some other jobs to do. I'm going to do the bench now and see how that works out.
It's really heavy.
About 250.
Well, that's a very solid bench. Well done, Mr. Warner. Mr. Warner's just gathering the offcuts of wood that we're going to burn on the fire. Oh look, there's a rainbow. There is a serious amount of rain coming over there. Mr. Warner's trying to tidy up as quick as he can. He's having to get a jog on now. I have made a commitment to up the quality of our food this week. Oh yes, I'm upping my cooking game. I've got loads of veggies that I basically found at the bottom of the fridge. The sweet potatoes got a bit of rosemary on, salt and pepper. Yeah, let's get that in the oven. I have some lamb and some Moroccan seasoning. I've had this for quite a while, so I'm going to use it. Make some little lamb kebabs. Well, Mr. Warner, are you ready for this gastronomical delight?
Yep, let's have it.
There you go, my darling.
I like a bit of gastronomical delight.
With some lovely tzatziki yoghurt there. This weather is just bizarre. Rain, snow, sunshine, all within a couple of hours. It's just after 6. Glenn wants to give the car a little run after he's done the spark plugs and stuff. So we decided that we're going to go to Marsworth, do the rubbish and the toilet, and just give the car a little bit of a run. So come on, let's go. I need to get some more porridgeos. Mama Duck's hungry. Look at those little ones. Oh, it's so cold outside. Nice bench, Mr. Warner.
It's very
substantial.
high.
That's a substantial bench. Here's Mr. Aggressive Swan patrolling down here. Well, Mr. Warner, are you happy with the way the car runs?
Yeah, it's much better than it was.
You did a good job there.